In 1965, Cesar Chavez and the Filipino organizer, Larry Itliong, combined forces to organize what was to become UFWAC. On October 16, 1971, Itliong resigned, calling UFWAC a monster organization under control by a brain trust well removed from the original goals of farm workers. The ones who have come over from Watsonville to see for themselves are now headed home, and they're talking it over.
That's right. People should have the right. That's why we have Constitution, really. People have the right to speak whatever they want to, do whatever they think. But as long as you're working, and you know what's right and you know what's wrong, it doesn't take education to know what's right and what's wrong.
You can't even say what you want to say because somebody go and turn you in. I mean, I figure if I got the right, if I want to say what I want to say, how they going to tell me I can't say it? If I'm going to say it in front of somebody and then they go in and say, well, this person been talking about the union, that's just like a communist country.
If you got a union, then Chavez is going to tell you stay there, and if he wants you to go work someplace else, he send you about 20 miles. If you got a car, how are you going to go to work? If you got a job here, and Chavez send you about 10 miles away from your house, how are you going to go?
Supposing I have a wife and we're working together and Chavez tell me to go that place and my wife go that place. How can we go in one car?
That's overdoing it. They're telling you when to come to work, when not to come to work, what to do, what to say. I can't see that.
They've been getting screwed up, man. Plain English, man. They've been making a lot of dumb jobs. Nothing was running right for them. They all feel that they were doing the right thing. And later on, while they're in the union now they regret they're in the union because they're not getting enough jobs for themselves, not enough hours, not enough pay, and all these sick benefits and all. That's the whole bottom of logic, if you ask me.
Let's say you get sick or you have to be hospitalized, they should have an interest to pay that. This kind, they just take your money, put it in their pocket, and you don't get nothing out of it.
And it's hard to be in a union. If I could get my way, I don't want to be in a union.
If I'm working, I like nobody to tell me what to do because it says representative come over here in the field. You gotta have the card. Chavez, if you don't have it, they send you out.
You have to pay this intuition fee. But when you don't work, you can't pay. How are you going to pay the intuition fee when you don't work at all?
If you don't work, you still gotta pay the union.
I don't think that's right, really. I mean, if a guy has run out of job, what he wants him to do? Steal just to pay his union due? And if that's the case, then half of them will be in jail.
What's the union dues all about? If they explain what's that, maybe then we'll understand. Just according to what they say, nobody said anything about any union dues being paid, being put to use for the people. It's always been put away for their own pocket or probably for their own use.
I can't see working, I can't see working out there and then paying somebody else that doesn't work, that just stays home. They collect all your money, they say they're going to build this, they're going to build that. Maybe they spend some of it. Where's the rest go? They don't tell you where it goes. They just say they're going to do it, they're going to do it. Nothing done. You don't see no results out of the money that you give for the union dues.
Actually, people should have the right to vote like anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have to vote for the president, man, who you want, what's right and what's wrong, what's good for you and what's not good for you. I feel people should vote.
As the education is concerned, well, I don't think you need any education to vote.
You know what's right and what's wrong.
As long as you know what is right and what is wrong, and you know what you want and what you want to be, you have the right to vote. At least you know what person you want to run for office for you, to represent for you. Not where, these certain people is going to run for you. That's it. You can say nothing about it. I don't think that's right. That's completely against your Constitution already.
Someday may be big trouble in the city of Delano, and also they cannot get along all together, and everyone will be in trouble.
Down California 99 from Delano, there is a turnoff to the town of Shafter. There, in April of 1971, the only secret ballot election ever conducted for farm workers by the Federal Mediation and Conciliation Service was held under terms of a one-of-a-kind contract. Chavez and UFWAC were decisively beaten. Then, in mid-June, at state legislative hearings in Sacramento, UFWAC opposed legislation to guarantee a secret ballot for farm workers.
I was in Sacramento and testified for the need of secret ballot elections. At the other end of the table, Dolores Huerta, the vice president of UFWAC, was fighting this issue. She repeated the same thing, that democratic systems are not understood by their people, hence secret ballot elections are all wrong.
As far as I'm concerned, I know what secret ballot election is, and when she says that, I mean, you know, it's denied. It's that she's doing to the people, because all people know, every other human being, you know what you're doing and what election means.
Were there any secret ballot elections at all?
No, not that I know of.
How would you vote?
I will vote against it.
We have fought so hard to get a bill through. Any bill that would say of an election, this is why he is fighting it so hard that he won't let a bill come through. Then we would all vote against it.
Well, I've been voting all my life. I went my adult life. And if I don't know how to vote for legislation for a farm worker, how come I can vote for a presidential election, or for senators, or for school elections? Then I know how to vote for that, but not for a legislation for agriculture.
I think that all of us that work, we don't have to have an education to know what we want. And the union is one thing that we don't want.
Well, do you feel that farm workers that you know have the knowledge and understanding of democratic traditions enough to vote?
I do think so.
She's trying to tell us that we're too dumb about it anyway.
You don't agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that at all.
I think everybody should have a chance, even if they think that we're not educated or not. We have minds. God gave us minds to think, too.
If their right to self-determination is ever going to be fostered by the church, it has to begin in the sense of providing some type of legislation that will protect these rights. Chavez doesn't want law. He works outside the law.
Then let the law read in this century of civil and human rights that farm workers be granted the right to decide for themselves by secret ballot what their choice shall be. And let those who look on draw a distinction at last between who the farm worker is and just who it is who presumes to speak for him.
Even with the threats that he made to the people out in the fields, we wouldn't get out. We stood for what we believed was right, and we never thought that nobody would support it.
Have you ever been threatened?
Yes, I have. I have been threatened that I would lose completely a job here in Delano area if I would keep on talking. I have been threatened by telephone that my life is at stake for what I say. But I believe that if I can't say the truth, and I'm not an American citizen, I am an American citizen.
There is a section in a memorandum of agreement signed by Chavez and Delano growers that directs dismissal of workers adjudged to have spoken out against UFWAC or who may do so in the future. And so those workers who have spoken here have not spoken easily. They risk their jobs, their dispatch cards, and the security of the only livelihood they know. Why have they spoken? So that others may now measure truth from the vineyards against all they have heard in the distant cities, and so that those who make the laws in the states and in the Congress may make laws to protect them, too, and for something more, for what is regarded as simple and right. There is a Mexican saying that goes, El que sabe mejor debe decirlo. And what it says is that he who knows better must say.